Welcome everyone back to Universal Media. It's been some time since
It's been an
eternity since we have done a video. Last time we done a video was the What If finale, and we're a little late to the Eternals. We're about a week late.
We had a busy week last week.
Busy week, and we finally got around to watching the Eternals. It is a long movie, to say the least. It is second longest MCU movie.
It's got a lot of plot twists.
Second to Endgame. So this was a world-building movie, pretty much a storytelling movie. Some complaints I have with it is it went back and forth with the times. You really got confused, like, what time are we in? But I think it was necessary for the pacing of the movie to tell everything in the order that it was supposed to be told to the audience. But when you get introduced to the Eternals, why is it so hard to say? I mean, I guess the first guy absolutely blew up, so we saw his internals. But yeah. So, starting it off, they went through beating the Deviants like crazy. Like, it was just shoo, shoo, and then boom. I don't know. This is the best movie review channel that there is. But, yeah, it showcased how powerful the Eternals are.
Are you good at saying their name?
I think I'm finally good now. But, yeah, and then you go through and get familiar with some of these Eternals.
Except for their names are hard to say.
Some of their names are hard to say. And then we got Ajak, which was the leader of the Eternals. Eternals. Alright, I think I'm good.
Are you good?
How do you know that I'm not a deviant?
Because I don't think a deviant would act like that.
I'm not going to try to go through the whole movie because it's a long movie. It's one that you have to be prepared for the long haul going into. You got to pretty much dedicate your day to it because it's almost, it's like 2.5 hours. So, not gonna lie, there were some points where it felt like going to sleep. A lot of dialogue. So if you're not really one of those types of people that like dialogue and world building, movies, because there's a lot of knowledge that gets thrown at you pretty much every second of the movie, and even at a long movie as it is, I still think it was kind of rushed in some places, like towards the end.
A lot of action in it.
A lot of action in it. Yeah, so you get you still get some sprinkles of action in there along with the dialogue. So sometimes they even talk while they're fighting. So they did that part. Not as it wasn't as drawn out as I thought it was going to be. There were some parts where it was kind of like, oh, get to the next part, get it over with. But still a lot of action. And one of the deviants that he used this cool thing, got some powers, just say that.
He can heal himself.
He can heal himself, and then eventually he learned to talk. He is now in kindergarten. But yeah, you kind of some of the
Eternals.
Some of the enemies in most movies that are like the stormtroopers and the doodaloos, and like stormtroopers, things like that, they feel like they have no emotions, no personalities, no nothing. And that's kind of how the deviants are at first, but then this one gets some sentience, and I don't know if he was thinking on his own or just thinking on. I'm trying to not spoil it. I'm trying to still touch on it but not spoil it. But you kind of start feeling for the deviant in a way. So I did that.
So then you want them to win.
They're like, go Deviants! Let's change the hats. but not necessarily.
Which he looked creepy.
Yeah, it looked really kind of reminded me of Ultron a little bit. Then you have some drama between the internally in the Eternals.
Yeah, they don't want to save the world.
Some want to save the world. Some want to just watch the world burn. Some don't want to set the world on fire. Some do. That's just how life is. Overall, was the movie bad? No. Was it great?
No.
I wouldn't say it was great. It isn't one that I would go
I would
back.
put it in the middle of my list
Like,
of the best and the least.
Yeah. At the end of the year, we're going to, after Hawkeye ends, we're going to rank all of us. I think Hawkeye ends right after Spider-Man. So I don't know. I don't know. Depending on how it all comes together.
It's going to end in between.
We're going to rank how all these movies and shows in a list and see which one we thought was the best. But Eternals, I wouldn't say it was the best, but it may set the stage for upcoming movies in the multiverse. It might. It was a good way to get us familiar with these Eternals and these heroes. Some are heroes, some technically aren't, and some gave up.
Some were like, I'm just gonna stay away from this.
So some become movie stars, even though technically they all are.
And they became a movie star of one of the other Eternals.
Yeah.
Does not make sense, but okay.
Yeah, that's overall, I'd say about a 7 out of 10. I wouldn't, again, I wouldn't go back to watch it, but it was still, a pretty solid movie. I would be kind of interested in seeing where the story goes from here on, and yeah, but overall, can't wait for Spider-Man.
Yeah, I've been excited for Spider-Man.
So far, what do you think is the best movie or show of the year? Venom was pretty good. I don't know if I'd say it was top notch. Shang-Chi was really good. Loki, WandaVision.
We can do WandaVision?
Yeah.
I thought you meant just...
No, even though we didn't cover it, it still counts as Marvel movies in the year. It'll be tough. I want to say Venom, but I think Shang-Chi.
Movies, I'd say Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Shows, I'd probably say WandaVision.
On the show part, I'd probably say Loki, in a way.
Because, they did like a week rate of my show.
Yeah.
My shows.
But let us know what was your favorite show or movie so far in this year. And what's your favorite Marvel movie of all time so far? So let us know that.
Mine is Far From Home.
In the comments below. And we will see you next time. That will be for the Hawkeye review for the first 2 episodes. Yep.
It's got a golden retriever in it.
So we will see you then.